Hey guys, some Gamer Dude here. So we're past the English releases and into the unified release order, except 10 and 11. I've decided to tackle Lock later on because Breakride and Legion both tie into the G unit and I feel it's best to write all three in tandem. I'm not sure whether Breakride itself was controversial, but certain Breakrides definitely were. Breakride is a variant on the limit break mechanic that gave you a plus 10 buff and some extra skills for riding over it while you were at 4 damage or more. The skills themselves varied wildly by clan, from a boring critical on Ashley to a plus 5,000 to 3 units on Gancelot, and that's just in the first outing and trials. So let's break Breakride down into its components and ask, but was it broken? The base limit break itself is valued at 1 card, plus 5,000 is valued at 1 card, and the vanilla limit breaks are plus 5k. But Breakride has more of a cost than just limit break. It needs to be ridden upon. Now, we do have a card that gives that value too, Kaizard. Same deal, when a Dimension Police rides on it, plus 5k. This is all well and good, we've accounted for the plus 10k, but I think there might be more going on at play here. There may be more value for a grade 3 riding over a grade 3, something that wouldn't normally happen, than just a grade 2 riding up to grade 3, something that normally happens. We're purposely taking a -1 you otherwise normally wouldn't do for an effect, and it's exceedingly hard to quantify what the value of a grade 3 riding on a grade 3 is versus a grade 3 riding on a grade 2 for one simple reason. Breakrides are inconsistent in terms of what they do. You have things like Ashley and Kaiser, which are totally in tune with each other. Ashley just gets it, while Kaiser has to pay CB1 to get both Ashley's effect and a floating effect dependent on drive checks. It's never been stated how much a floating crit is worth, but 1 card probably seems about right. Compare other on-ride effects that just work. Gancelot, it's plus 5k to 3 units. That's 3 cards worth. How about everyone's favourite, the Big Bad Starvader, Infinite Zero Dragon, lock a front row and back. Now, Lock has never actually had its value quantified either, but as an act, a row restrictive Lock is CB2. Auto, it's allowed to have its cost lower, but I'd wager 2 of them would still be valued around CB3 or the 1.5 card mark. Let's look at Ethics Buster. Stand the front row Nova Grappler Rearguard. It's row restrictive, but standing rearguard, just the price set, was valued at Limit Break, CB3, and a restriction on what you could stand. It was 3 cards for essentially the same effect. Compared to Mon Blaukluger, CB1 to just stand every Nova Grappler Rearguard when the Vanguard attacks. It's basically 5 cards worth for CB1. These are just the more simple Breakrides without additional costs or things all over the place. The very core of the Breakride, the plus 10k and the idea of an effect, is fine. The grade 3 riding on top of a grade 3 is being valued higher than Kaizard, probably Persona Blast 2 cards. Limit Break is being valued at 1. But the effects seem to vary depending on clan and whim. There is no rhyme or reason to what they do, but does that make them broken? Infinite Zero Dragon is only a smidge overpowered, if that, while it is commonly considered to be the one that caused the most impact. While both Gancelot and Mon Blaukluger are extremely overpowered, yet neither did much of anything in the grand scheme of things. Much like Crossride, it's more the individual cards that may be broken, not the mechanic itself. Yet even then, the cards that are massively overpowered on paper aren't what became a problem. It was the relatively subdued one. So I'll end on this. Even if Breakrides are a case of Bushiroad's developers making them do whatever they want them to do, within reason, with the exception of Infinite Zero, they were never particularly toxic or involved in a toxic combination. Some strong combinations like Spike Brothers, but not toxic. Ultimately, it doesn't matter whether Breakride itself was broken, because it never pushed beyond what the game could cope with. Only one specific Breakride did. To answer the question put forth at the beginning of the video, no, Breakride was not broken. It's very arguable some Breakrides were due to large variations on skills, but as a mechanic itself, Breakride was not broken. This has been Some Gamer Dude.